Good morning, guys. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. I wanted to just quickly walk you through some really exciting new licensing opportunities that we just released in Sync Academy. And at the end of this video, I'll walk you through some other really cool features that we're rolling out that I think can really help you guys be even better equipped to succeed in the sync licensing business. Some of you might have been on the fence for a long time in terms of whether or not Sync Academy has enough value for you or if it's really the right move. Hopefully this video can help answer that question and you can decide to potentially join us. But remember, we do cap our new members at 50 each month. I want to make sure that we don't have an onslaught of too many people coming in, throwing too many tracks of these opportunities. It actually gets a little too chaotic for us. I'd rather make sure that we keep our numbers a little bit smaller if we possibly can, and make sure that we really only have very serious and motivated producers that are submitting to these opportunities. So don't wait on this. Don't delay for a couple of weeks and think you can get on it. Especially one of these opportunities is actually going to be ending on February 17th, next Friday, essentially. So you only have about 2 weeks to get a couple of tracks uploaded for this one. So let me walk you through these real quick so you can decide if this is something that might be useful for you and whether or not you want to jump in and join us here. So the first one is an upbeat, catchy, funky, fun couple of tracks that I need to help build out for a library. And it's actually the same library that I primarily worked with when I had the Syndicate program going. Now I've stopped that program, but when we were actively putting together albums on a monthly basis, this was the library that we constantly were submitting new music to. They are huge in the sports world. They do MLB, NHL, NBA, you name it. So they have a large presence in sports placement. So this kind of fun, upbeat, funky stuff can really do well with those opportunities. The second one is actually a cinematic songs opportunity. From Mike, who's here, one of our pros in Sync Academy, and he's a library owner, of course. So we'll walk you through those references as well. And then the last one is for underground beats, and we'll talk to you about those as well and what's going on. So this one ends, I should have shown you, yeah, this one ends February 24th, and I believe the other one ends the same day. Yeah, both are February 24th, but mine, the one that I'm doing, is actually on the 17th. So you actually have less time for that one. So let me go through these reference tracks. You guys can take a listen, let us know, and or you can decide for yourself if you want to jump in and give this a shot. So this is the catchy, funky, fun one. I'm going to go ahead and just skip through a couple of them. I think there's 5 tracks here. I'll just kind of skip through each one so you can get a little sample of what we're looking for with this opportunity, okay? So very rhythmic, very fun, upbeat, kind of makes you want to dance. So that's a really easy one to kind of potentially emulate if you want to. Very fun one, kind of a little more in the pop EDM world with that really cool swing to it, very nice funky feel to it. So, and those horns are just excellent on top. So that's a really great licensable direction you can go in as well. Here's the next one. So similar to the last one, got that feel good feel to it. You know, as long as your energy in these tracks feels like upbeat and excited and energetic, that you're probably going to be in a good space. Obviously, this one has a little bit more of that rocky, almost serious, determined mood to it, but still very fun. Still has good energy to it, so you can go in that direction. And here's the last one. So a little bit more of that traditional kind of funky place you might want to go to. So really, really great stuff there. And if that's something that you feel like you can submit to us, please do. This one, you can submit up to 3 opportunities, but I believe for Mike's, he's letting you submit as many as you want. Let me see if he said that or not. Yeah, as many times as you want. So basically, these ones are unlimited. So you have a lot of space to be able to submit some tracks, okay? And then Mike, his creative songs, cinematic songs, in fact, let's take a listen to some of those so you can check out what he's talking about there.
I can hear the sound of a heartbeat before it goes out. Won't never leave my memory of bloodshed all around. And I can see a tear on my father's face before it falls out. Oh, my enemy, how could I have ever let you down? When all these traits ours grow, cut our teeth and make our bones right here. We play with shields made of stone, share our dreams and sit our thrones. Be still, 'cause I see smoke up ahead and I got steel in my hands. Return like warriors, I swear that we'll find glory up ahead. Tell me, where is my home? I don't recognize the faces anymore. No, where?
So you can kind of get a feel for that. Really beautiful music, just huge, cinematic, has this feeling of just larger than life appeal. And that link is below if you want to check out more of these tracks. And let's just do one from the underground beats so you can check out what this one's all about too.
So the penis unplugged. When the laws of entropy touch, you better dread the judge. Wiser men than us been crushed and find dust. When a fortune cookie dummy unfucked, I just shrug.
A note like a broken electrical pole song. For the done, for the scum of the circuitry on the run.
So you get the feel for the music. It's just dirty. It's got that grimy feel to it. It's got that cool swagger, rhythmic feel to it, almost kind of like the underground New York hip hop scene. So you can definitely go in that direction if you'd like to. Now with that one, I don't think he needs vocals, but let me just double check if he said he needed it or not. I don't believe so. Yeah, he's not looking for vocals on this one, so you're feel free to just submit to your instrumental tracks as you'd like to, okay? So those are the opportunities we have going on. Now, we are definitely this year updating a lot of our tutorials. I know we started Sync Academy back in 2018. Some of those tutorials are a little bit old now that we're using older DAWs. So right now we're actually uploading and creating new tutorials. So just know that a lot of our tutorials are going to get an overhaul earlier on this year. In fact, today I'm going to release, I think, 3 or 4 new ones. So we're going to actually have some new ones coming out just this morning. We also have now the vocalist request resource here in Sync Academy. I talked about this in one of my videos last week, but now in Sync Academy, if you want a vocalist for anything, any potential opportunity you're working with, or you just want to have one to potentially put an album together to work with a production music library, as I've been telling you guys, you're going to need vocals in some of your music this year moving forward. We have our vocalist request form. We have the answer sheet. That's where you can basically come and remove or edit your information if there's something that changes with your request, or if you're done, you found a vocalist and you don't need it anymore, you can go on here and go ahead and delete it. We also have work for hire agreement templates and songwriter split agreements. So if you need to work with somebody and you want to just pay them the one-time fee, you can use this one, or if you want to split the back-end royalties and potentially sync fees with them, then you can use that. So we've got some great resources for all of you guys here. And also a new thing that I just started was a thing called my office hours, where essentially I post an open comment, and all of you guys in Sync Academy can essentially just ask me any question you have about your particular situation. Maybe there's something that confuses you about the business. Maybe you have something, you're kind of frustrated, or you're not sure how to proceed with a particular situation with a library you're working with, or how a library communicated to you, or you're just kind of confused about anything in general about the licensing business. Even though we have over 120 hours of tutorials here on the platform, it can happen where just whatever you're thinking about or wondering about is just not entirely covered by one of our tutorials. So I actually already did our first office hours Q&A video. I'll be releasing that here on YouTube. The Sync Academy members already have access to it, but I'll be releasing it here on YouTube either this week or next week. So you'll see some of those videos popping up. So between all these new features, I really feel that my goal with Sync Academy is to try to engage and enable to give you guys every possible resource you can possibly need to create direct relationships with companies, get your foot in the door, start building up your placements, start building up your royalties, and just feel more confident about yourself in this industry, and knowing that you do have a place, that you do belong here, and that it actually is an industry that can work out for you. So that's really my goal with Sync Academy. And I think with all the new stuff and all the new energy and features and opportunities we're kind of injecting into the platform this year, I think this has just been, there's never been a better time to be a part of Sync Academy. And so I would encourage you to come check it out. We have a link below, actually, in the description box and in the first comment below this video. So if you want to learn more about our program and what we can do and what you can potentially get out of it, I would encourage you to check that out. And other than that, I wish you guys all the best. Have a very fantastic week and stay busy with whatever projects you're working on.